Being an engineering major, I would say it's more academic for us. Most of the friends that I have in engineering are all engineering majors, and pretty much we all get together in the CAD lab, at least mechanical engineers, and talk about schoolwork and stuff like that. It wasn't until this year, my senior year, that I got involved with BSM. So it's starting to become a little more social for me, but I still have to spend a lot of time on academics.
Honestly, I feel like it can be a good balance of both, but I think it's more social, really, overall. 'Cause a lot of people say, I don't know, I feel like this at this university and at multiple other people I know go to university, that like college is just a rite of passage, so to speak, and that like academics are important and like you learn something, but in the end of the day, like it's more social across the board. I would pick social versus a well-balanced. So, yeah.
Well, I think it's a little bit of both, because I go to school when I go to class, and I go to social things when I'm not in class. As a freshman, I'd say it was a lot more social for me. I lived in Lipscomb. I love hanging out in Lipscomb, tackling people in the hallway. I was on hall council. We played ultimate frisbee in the hallway when RAs weren't watching. Yeah, it was good.
Definitely more academic, but you can't really forget about the social aspect. I mean, if you can't really communicate with others, then your degree is basically just a piece of paper. But academics is basically what you're supposed to really be in college for, because that's what's trying to get you a job later on.
My undergraduate experience, has been slightly more academic, seeing as I would want to go further in school up to a PhD. So GPA is a little bit more important than for some who might just want to get out of school and get a job or get a degree. So for me, it's been a little bit more academic, although I have had, I wouldn't say that I've been unsocial or antisocial, but it has been a bit more academic for me personally.
Possibly more academic. Like there's a lot of, as it with most engineering, there's a lot of work you have to do, and end up not having as much time to do social stuff.
So I feel like my college experience was more social than it was academic, because I learned a lot more like social skills than I would have if I had not gone to college, because I was surrounded by college students who also wanted to learn about leadership and meeting new people and networking. So even though I went and wanted to have an academic experience for getting a job in the future, I felt like I ended up having more of a social experience.
I think they match up pretty good. My senior year has been way more busy academically, I guess, than any of my other years here. And I make B's and A's, so I think it matches up pretty nicely.
I think they're good. Like, I probably need to study more, but I think that if you truly like pull all-nighters and bust your butt and do the random like wacky like till last minute thing, you can still get pretty good grades and earn a decent GPA. It's not going to be 4.0 top of the class, but there's some people that do that too. It's kind of ridiculous, but yeah, I think college is what you make of it, your GPA. You can really do really well. You can do what you want socially and then still do really well, or you can just do mediocre. So, yeah.
I think it's more important to me to do well in class than to be really social.
Sometimes I'll choose social activities over schoolwork, but I still have to get schoolwork done. So I'll go home at like midnight and stay up till 2:30 or 3 working on homework for the next day.
No, I never do. I probably should though, but no, I don't. I never do. I never have regrets. Yeah, social time.
Contrary to what I said, I actually put more hours in for social events.
Not really. I feel like I've had a pretty good balance of academic and social. Some weeks there had to be a lot more academic hours. Some weeks there was more time to put into social life. I feel like there has been a fairly good balance of academic and social in my undergraduate career.
I do not. I'm actually very thankful that I spent time in social events or getting involved in like student governance and different things on campus, because by having that balance of being able to meet with other students and just kind of work on your own skills as a person, it gives you the confidence that you need to excel in every area of your life, whether it's academics or looking for a job. Confidence in yourself and having competence is also really important. So I think they are not mutually exclusive. I think that they work together.
I think college is important, but it's really just a rite of passage. Like, at the end of the day, you could potentially be better if you went to a VOTEC school or didn't go to college at all, as long as you have a plan. Higher education's cool, but it's not required or necessary still. Maybe in a couple of years that'll change, but it's still, you can still get where you want to be without a college degree.
Later on, I was able to become a little bit more academic. About the last 2 weeks of my senior year, it's like, man, I have to graduate. It was good. It was good 4 years.
I think that in time we all just find where we're comfortable both academically and socially.
Don't be afraid to focus on academics when you feel like you need to, and don't feel pressured to join organizations or go to other social events because of peer pressure. So
I definitely think people should be focused also on social things. Of course, academics are important, but it's good to have a balance when you're in college. If you go so far one way and don't focus on other areas, you're not going to get the full college experience and grow into the person that you could have been if you had been more involved.